Okay then, in today's video we're gonna go over everything that you need to know about CELESTING. First, let's go over its typing. It is a metal light type Loomian, yes, the same as Valkyrie. This typing means defensively we are weak to earth, electric, dark, and brawler. We resist type plus ice, light, bug, air, mind, and we quad resist ancient, and we're also immune to spirit type moves. And then offensively, we can hit Ice, Light, Dark, Spirit, and Ancient, all for super effective stab damage. Next up, let's go over the stats. CELESTING has 125 health, 125 energy, 53 melee attack, 74 melee defense, 103 range attack, 79 range defense, and 91 speed. So its stats are a little bit all over the place. Like, it is basically like average across the board, which isn't exactly a terrible thing. You can use CELESTING offensively by using like speed and a range attack version. Also, you don't really want to use melee attack, so I mean, don't really bother. But you can also run a more defensive one with that health stat. So yeah, but to make it a little bit different to Valkyrie, because I don't want to just make Valkyrie completely obsolete, Valkyrie is going to be more of like a very offensive, like wall-breaking Loomian, and hopefully CELESTING's role becomes more of like either a defensive supportive option or a like speedster offensive Loomian that also has a lot of supportive options. Moving on to the abilities, CELESTING has one normal ability and one secret ability. The normal ability is Reverberate, which makes it so when CELESTING is on the field, no one, including itself, is able to fall asleep, and it will also awaken any Loomians that were already asleep before you entered the field. And then the secret ability is Mystic Tone. This ability is pretty gimmicky, but it does seem pretty darn fun, so I mean, probably wouldn't really recommend it to bring it to every single battle. I think Reverberate is definitely better, but like I said, it could be pretty fun, and if you know how to use it very well, I bet maybe it can be pretty good. Probably not low, but basically, if CELESTING is hit by a contact move, CELESTING will then use a random move that one of its teammates know from the party. So basically, you have the chance to use two moves in one single turn, with the downside being the ability move is completely random. And now let's go over the learn set. Okay, then starting off with the level up moves, CELESTING gets Summon, Shine, Flash, Bash, Mind's Eye, Harmless Chord, Lightspeed Ray, Heavy Bash, Dice Burst, Energy Surge, and Metal Blast. I did mention a few new moves in there, so let's go over them really fast. The first one is Summon. When you use this move, you will use a random move that one of your teammates know from your party, basically assists. The second one is Flash. When you use this move, you will daze the opponent, similar to Raging Flame, but instead of burning, you daze the opponent. This move definitely won't be super strong, and I doubt most people will use it, but it's mostly going to be used as a filler move for some light type Loomians. And finally, the last new move is Lightspeed Ray, which is a brand new light type priority move. So think Light Dash, but instead of a melee attack, it's a range attack. And also, it is still only +1 priority, even with its name being Lightspeed. Moving on to the MMs then, CELESTING has Dodge, Flash and Flee, Barter, and Gamma Pulse. And then finally for the Rally moves, this is a long list, so strap in. We have Dissonant Chord, Repeating Tune, Resonate, Gamma Pulse, Luster Loot, Reflection Burst, Deja Vu, Health Gift, Energy Gift, Tribute, Icicle Trap, and Barbs. Yes, it has quite a lot of rally moves. And then really fast then, before we end off the video, let's go over a couple potential sets people might want to look into running. So I guess first off, we'll talk about the secret ability, since I think there's only really one set you probably want to run the secret ability on, because I don't think it's really that good. But I will say, because its typing is very similar to Valkyrie, obviously I don't want to take Valkyrie and just like make it complete trash, so Valkyrie is going to keep its like wall breaking role, and CELESTING its stats, I mean we did talk about them earlier, it is fairly like average across the board, with like health and energy being like way above average, and like the range attack being slightly above average. The speed is like not bad, it's definitely going to outspeed like practically every single tank, and even lend some. Like Solchi, well, if Solchi ain't gonna running very nimble, it ain't gonna outspeed us if we're running nimble as well. But yeah, for the secret ability, I don't think most people are gonna run it, so if you are gonna run it because you want to basically take as many contact moves as possible, which are mostly, I'm actually pretty sure all of them are melee based, I guess you could probably just run Robust, give it 200 health, give it 200 melee defense, and just try and take as many melee hits as possible. I guess if you really wanted to, you could run like a speedy defensive Loomian, like 200 speeds, 200 health or melee defense, and then you have a lot of speed to use all of your supportive moves, and then you still have the chance to use more moves to deal damage as well. All on that low for the normal ability, which I definitely think is the best ability, which is definitely going to shut down Obsidians and Cosmios, which I mean, Obsidian is very popular right now, Cosmio is also fairly popular, and Beast Slumber is definitely one of the best moves right now. So yeah, and we are a metal light type, so we can hit Obsidian and we can hit Cosmio for super effective as well. So we don't just stop them from healing, we also can hit them super effective, which we actually, I would say, we definitely can counter Cosmio fairly well. However, for Obsidians do run practically like what? Primal Slash, then it runs either Drudge or Brace, then you have Beast Slumber, and then most Obsidian's final moves is either going to be Earthquake, Mega Chomp, or Body Crash, which all of those three moves I mentioned, Earthquake, Body Crash, and Mega Chomp, they can hit us super effective, so we still have to be fairly careful. But yeah, like I was saying, if you are going to run the Reverberate ability, which like I said, I think is definitely going to be the best one, you can definitely like run a speedy range attacking one, like 200 speed, 200 range attack, give it some offensive moves like Gamma Pulse and Metal Blast, and then give it some support moves like Tribute and Barbs would be pretty darn good. I mean, I think that's actually the first time we're seeing Barbs and Tribute on the same Loomian, although Gargolem is also going to get Tribute in the future for its speed form to use the exact same. Or I guess you could also run, again, like I did mention earlier with like the speedy defensive one, you could probably like run 200 speed and then like 200 health, like make it like as bulky as possible but also fast as possible, so you aren't really relying to hit things very hard, but you're basically just making sure that things can't heal by using Slumber and Beast Slumber, and also you can use a lot more support moves before you die. And then again, you've got Tribute to try and set up your next ally teammates.